What's up, everyone? BigSweetC here with your daily dose. If you haven't heard by now, Bloodborne is one of the games available for free on PlayStation Plus. However, today is the end of the month, so you don't have much time to grab it, and I highly suggest you do, as it is a great game. This video is going to be centered around those of you who have the game, but are relatively new to playing it, specifically if you're not familiar with the Soulsborne collection. Getting started is as important as any part of the game, so let's jump right to it. We'll start with character creation. Now, however you want your character to look is up to you. Gender, size, shape, etc. doesn't really mean anything. Being bigger won't make you stronger. Being a woman won't make you weaker. Smaller does not mean faster, etc. It's your look, be you. Your origin, though, does matter. Each origin has its own special qualities and really depends on what kind of character build you're looking for. In the end, you can always level up as much as you want, but after so many levels, the cost of upgrading is going to cost you. So having an idea of which attributes you want to max out is a great way to start. Here are the origin options. The milquetoast is probably best for beginners. It comes with the most balanced distribution of attributes. The lone survivor origin is essentially the tank origin. They begin with very high vitality, giving the player a lot of HP to begin with. This character also has decent strength and skill, allowing them to choose between a good amount of early weapons. The troubled childhood origin is essentially the opposite of the lone survivor. If the lone survivor class is the tank, troubled childhood would be the dagger. They begin with very high endurance to be able to move around a lot without getting tired. Plus, the high skill level allows them to attack a lot of times before running out of stamina. The violent past origin is the brute class. They begin with very high strength, allowing them to use big giant weapons and deal serious damage. The professional origin is a skilled artist with weapons. Their high skill stat allows them to use a variety of fast and deadly weapons, and while they might not be as strong as the violent past origin, they're easily as deadly. The military veteran is one of my favorite origins. It's essentially the Guts build starter pack. Very high strength and skill, allowing them to deal severe damage with even the fastest of weapons. In my opinion, this is the best starting origin for a melee character with no use for magical abilities. The Noble Scion origin would be an equivalent to like an archer class. Very high skill and blood tinge stats allow them to be very efficient with firearms, so they can attack from a distance. The Cruel Fate origin is a master of the arcane arts, making them the would-be magic users in Bloodborne, if there was such a thing. This character begins with a very high arcane stat, allowing them to take advantage of special hunter tools unavailable to everyone else. Finally, the Waste of Skin origin. It's almost a carbon copy of the milquetoast origin, but for experienced players. This origin is the only one that starts lower than level 10 and has fewer starting attribute points. Just like the milquetoast though, they are fairly evenly distributed. The beauty of this class is that it starts at level 4, giving you more room to create your own build from scratch. Once you've made your decision on character origin, you'll wake up in the first floor sick room. You won't have any weapons, but do yourself a favor and familiarize yourself with the controls. R1 and R2 are weak attack and strong attack respectively. You can even do a charged attack by holding down R2. We'll get to what L1 and L2 do a bit later. The left control stick moves you around, and the right control stick moves the camera. Hitting circle will roll, and if you hold it down, will allow you to run. Finally, to jump, You must be running, let go of the circle, and hit it again. Now, very shortly into the game, you'll find your first enemy. And chances are, he's going to be tough. But don't worry, you're going to die. A lot. And a lot. And a lot. But that's the beauty of this game. It happens. Get used to it. When you wake up, you'll find yourself in the hunter's dream. This is basically your home base. There's not much you can do at first, but you can collect your first weapons. They're on the stairs. You'll get your choice of primary weapon and firearm. Depending on your origin, certain weapons will be better suited for you. You can find out which is better by understanding weapon scaling. These are the three options you have to start with: the saw cleaver, the hunter axe, and the threaded cane. If you notice, each weapon has a letter under a respective stat. Some under strength, some skill, others blood tinge or arcane, some have several letters. This is scaling. Base weapons that haven't been upgraded will have lower letters such as E or D, but that can go up to B, A, or even S. S is the highest it goes. The higher the scaling, along with the amount of levels you have in said stat, will add additional damage to your attack. These are the two options of pistols, firearms, if you will, the hunter pistol and the hunter blunderbuss. Again, notice the D in the blood tinge for both of them. Now that you have your weapons, let's go back to the controls. Again, R1 and R2 are weak and strong attack. But now that you have a weapon, L1 will allow you to trick out your weapon. This can be used to change fighting styles depending on your enemy. It will also allow you to use the special abilities of some of the more stylish weapons you find later in the game. Finally, L2 is your firearm. This is used to attack from a distance and parry enemy attacks, allowing you to get a critical visceral attack for bonus damage. Once you've gotten that all down, you're ready to head back into Yharnam. You can do that by checking out the tombstones in the Hunter's Dream, as they will open up different areas of the game as you play. Now, this is a multiplayer game, but you will have to do some solo stuff before you can open up the co-op portion. You need to find insight before you can summon friends to help you out, and there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can take on the first boss, and as soon as you enter the fight, you'll gain insight, or you can follow this path to the sewers. Using that madman's knowledge will allow you to gain insight. Once you have that, you can go back to the Hunter's Dream. Now that we're back at the Hunter's Dream, you can find the Beckoning Bell and the Silencing Blank. The Beckoning Bell will allow you to summon friends. The Silencing Blank will allow you to discontinue said cooperation. You can also level up now, as your insight allows you to talk to the doll. As you can see, she is now awake. She is the only way you can level up. How you decide to level your character is totally up to you. Let's go over what each stat does. Vitality increases your HP total and physical defense, allowing you to take more damage. Endurance increases your stamina, allowing you to complete more moves, along with your physical defense, and both your slow and fast poison resistances. Strength increases your right hand attack and physical defense, allowing you to do more damage as well as take more. And skill also increases your right hand attack and physical defense, but it also increases the potency of your firearm, allowing you to parry more effectively. Blood Tinge increases your left hand weapon attack, causing your firearm to do more damage and your physical defense. Finally, Arcane also increases your left hand weapon attack and physical defense, plus your item discovery, allowing you to find more and even rarer items. It also allows you to use those special hunter tools we talked about earlier. That about does it. I know it seems like a lot in a very short period of time, but knowing this going into your first playthrough will definitely put you on the right track and make learning the game a lot more fun. The rest of the fun comes from exploring and discovering and defeating these crazy tough bosses. So have at it, enjoy yourself, and remember, you're going to die. A lot. Don't let it get to you. This game is absolutely worth it. Either way, BigSweetC, that's me, wishing you a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it might be. Long as you're watching, I'm wishing you a wonderful watching time. Sweetness, signing off. Peace.